The OCs. I'm pretty sure y'all all remember these. You may even have one yourself. Now, if you remember my post from like a month ago, you will remember that I asked if people could send their OCs so I could rate them. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's finally time as I am about to begin rating people's Thomas OCs. There were some people that said they had shared the post, even though they actually didn't. Then there were the people that were describing their OCs in the comments. Like, bro, I can't picture your OCs in my mind, so they weren't included. Sorry, maybe next time. But without further ado, let's get on with the video.
Ooh, nobody gives a shit.
First up, we have Black Yoshi's OC Yeasty. Aside from the poorly applied black paint, we have the British Railways logo, a basic looking nameplate, and a Donald Mad face. And it's basically just Edward's Basis. So, it's just 2 out of 10. Just a recolor. Sorry, could go higher, but it's kind of a recolor. Next, please! Next up, we have Johnny Boy's OC. I think the OC's name is Johnny, but I could be wrong. It's basically just an A1 Henry. But there are no A1 Henrys in the actual Thomas and Friends series. Well, aside from the Railway series. And then we have the massive scar on his face. What happened? An oil burn or something? And it's basically just Blue Henry with black wheels, red side rods, brown eyes, and that huge scar. But I love the creativity with the face. 4 out of 10. Next up, we have Tesla. This OC is owned by Stolen Hat Studios. From what I can see here, he's basically just a recolor of Diesel D199. And it's basically just blue. Just blue. No yellow. It's just blue. But he did give a interesting backstory. Too long, didn't read. But kind of, you know, bland with colors. But 5 out of 10. It's decent. Next up, we have this thing. This OC is owned by Quinn World 2.0. As I can see from here, it's basically just an E2 with a 440 wheel arrangement. But I like how it's just red. Anyways, 3 out of 10, I guess? I don't know. Coming up next, this OC is owned by Union Pacific Productions. I don't know the name of this OC yet, but I do know it's American. I mean, like, look at it. And it seems like it's in a sprite form, too. Nice. This is gonna be a 6 out of 10. Next. Now we have Maria. This OC is owned by the one official Mox. I think that's how he's saying his name, but whatever. Anyways, from what I can tell, original basis, original face pack, original livery too. Nice. It's 8 out of 10. Next OC. Next up, we have this OC named Davey. This engine is owned by Big Red Engine Black 5. Just like Johnny's OC, visible scars on the face add a bit of originality, and a red Black 5. Henry's basis, but whatever. I like the face. Give him a 5 out of 10. Next OC. Now this engine's name is Nico. The OC's owner is Nico the Blue E2 tank engine. Surprise, right? But from what I can tell, it's just an E2 recolor. And you know how common E2 recolors are in this stupid fandom. Anyways, 2 out of 10. The OC entirely is just bland. Next on the list. Next, we have an OC by Rainbow Pen. Unfortunately, it's an E2 recolor like the last one. So, again, 2 out of 10. I do like the red eyes looking over. Makes it look like they're burning. And I will commend you on the livery. It reminds me of the LMS livery from Tom Toys. Alright, next on the list. Next up, we have Joshua. This OC is owned by Joshua the 440K2. Again, it's just a recolor of Edward. 3 out of 10, though. I like the glasses. Makes it more original. Alright, next. Next up, the OC's name and owner is named Jack the E2. Just like the last 2 E2 OCs, some of the colors are just bland, especially this one. I hate how he used orange entirely, and it doesn't make an E2 look cool. 2 out of 10. Sorry. Right, next on the list. The next OC is named Max. The owner is Max M013 Productions. Why I got your profile pic. It's basically just Railway Series Donald and Douglas livery. And apparently it has glowing sands-like eyes. Why? 1 out of 10. The entire thing's just bland. Alright, next. Up next, we have Michael. This OC's owner is Michael the Bungless Tank Engine Productions. Shocker there. He does use an original class. But mind if I ask, why the crossover stuff? Like, I don't know who would enjoy that. Probably Xavier. Not surprised there. OC-wise, he still gets a 6 out of 10. I'd probably lose the crossover stuff. Up next we have Joey. This OC's owner is the Teal Boy. We have the 2 key factors of an OC here. Original class and original face pack. I also love the art style here, aside from the flaws in the wheels. I also love how well done the nameplate is. I will commend him for that. He met up with the 2 key factors of an OC. 10 out of 10. I love the art style. Next on the list. Next up, we have Miguel. The OC's owner is Miguel the Dark Blue LNR B12. Shocker. The OC is basically just a blue Alfred with a poorly applied 100. 2 out of 10. Next up, this OC's name is Matthews. I think I pronounced that wrong. Anyways, the OC's owner is... Anyways, the OC is basically just Black Stepney. 2 out of 10. Kinda just recolor. Next up, we have Rain. This OC's owner is Victorious V2. Just like Joe, this OC meets up with the 2 key factors, original face pack and an original class. And I must say, this Roblox model looks stellar, if I do say so myself. 10 out of 10. What's next on the list? Up next, we have John. This OC's owner is, well, John the Peppercorn A1. As we can see, he is a Peppercorn A1, much like the infamous Tornado. No, not that tornado, this tornado. The swagger one. This OC gets a 7 out of 10. Not bad. Next, here we have another American OC. This OC's owner is Juggernaut Fan 927. Not really sure about the name of the OC, but I can say it is an original class and has an original face pack. 2 key factors. But what I would kinda do, well, why would he have buffers? I mean, I get it with the British style, but kinda makes him look like a crossbreed. But he does meet up with the key factors, 9 out of 10. What's next? Next, we have Zach. This OC's owner is the Funny B12. As you can probably guess, the OC is a B12 basis. But it does have some originalities, like the livery being based off of the Railway series, Jane's livery, with the blue lining and the crimson livery. But it's not Scarlet. Definitely not. And we also see the scar on the James face, bronze, I think, handrails, and bronze side rods. Number 27, and I like the funny little Pikmin Easter egg. Pikmin! I like the OC. 8 out of 10. Up next, we have an OC that is basically just Thomas. Like, do you think you like Thomas DeSoto with your OC? Just a Thomas with like a different bit of it? Like, Thomas DeSoto has a different shade of blue. You just have like a hashtag on the bunker. 0 out of 10. Bland. I might have gotten the OC wrong. Probably not. Anyways, next up we have an OC by an individual named 71/Kendrick. As we can see here, it's just an E2, but with connecting handrails. But I must say, it does closely resemble a real-life E2. Especially since, well, whatever these things are called. So, I must say, 4 out of 10. Could be a different class, but anyways, next we have Eduardo. 0 out of 10, just a furnace railway livery Edward. Up next, we have an OC that's basically just a recolor of James. But I do like the fact that Uzi T posing is in the profile picture. 5 out of 10 just for that. Oh, that made my day. Next we have Boyd. This OC's owner is Boyd the Pink Engine 2007. Again, 2 out of 10, just a 2 color. Next we have Richard. This OC's owner is Railway Runnin' Magic 55. It's basically just a Stepney recolor with like a Thomas face, poorly applied symbol and nameplate, and it's just blue. 2 out of 10, it's kind of bland. Sorry. Next. This is the closest picture I could find for an OC of this guy. This is Elijah Garrett. As you can see, it's just James with, like, different identifying features. Like silver buffers, a black guy, and scars, and minus the guns. 3 out of 10. Next we have Mike. This OC's owner is Gaming Minis Percy. I think he probably changed his name by the time I released this. But we can just see it is a kind of dark red color wheels and basically just green paint. So yeah, nothing all too special there. But I'm just gonna say 4 out of 10. Next. Finally, we have Suttery Castle. This OC's owner is Stepney Fan 2011. As we can see here, the 2 key factors of an OC have been reached here. Original class and original face pack. So no recolor, no reuse face whatsoever. And I must say, nice original idea, just like Tidmouth Castle or Sodor Castle, stuff like that. You know what? Screw it. 8 out of 10. I think that's gonna be, hold on, what's this? Oh, last minute OC. Alright, I better write that before I end the video. This one is Lightning. The OC's owner is Lightning, the LMS Fowler 3F Ginty. As we can see here, aside from the poorly blocked out coloring of the original logo used to edit this picture, we can see that it has an original face pack. But original basis, I've seen quite a few Ginty LCs. But I will say, aside from the poorly applied stuff and barely visible nameplate, I must say, I like the drawing of the face. I'll give it a solid 5 out of 10. Okay, now I'm done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Whenever that'll be. Bye!